how much credibility should we be giving this call for an additional 400,000 barrel cut from the market that we've heard from the Iraqis?
Yeah, I think this actually is something which is very much a live option. I mean, we are actually hearing that this was not a proposal that the Iraqis made, but that it was a proposal made by the Saudi government. And so the fact that this is potentially coming from Saudi Arabia, the driver of the OPEC bus, I think means that we should give it a lot more credibility than if it's coming from a country that is very compliance challenged like Iraq. So I do think this is being debated at the moment, and I think it's a potentially very realistic option.
Your latest note is called Going Rogue. Does that explain it?
Well, I think we wrote the note because I think the Iraqi oil minister sort of let the cat out of the bag. If this was supposed to be the surprise party, he sort of ruined that. But I do think this is something that the key players are very concerned about. They're concerned about trying to deal with an inventory overhang in the first quarter. I think they think this is potentially a necessary step to have greater market balance.
So at 400,000 barrels, that would bring the total cut out to 1.6. What impact would that have on the market?
I think one of the challenges now for OPEC is after the Iraqis sort of front-run the announcement, the question is if they do not do 1.6, if they simply come out and roll over 1.2 million for another 6 months, that could be a bearish outcome. 1.6 now is essentially becoming the consensus going into this meeting. And so I think that is potentially something that stabilizes prices, maybe you're up a little bit, but if they want to get prices higher, I think they'd have to go beyond that. But the outcome that could be negative for OPEC right now is if they didn't deliver the 1.6.
Big focus at this meeting on compliance as well.
Yes.
What are we going to hear from the new Saudi Energy Minister on that?
I mean, His Royal Highness Prince Abdulaziz has made it very clear that everyone in OPEC is going to do their part. And so he has been very laser focused on getting better compliance. There are a couple of very compliance challenged countries. Iraq is at the top of the list, but also Nigeria, and there also have been issues about Russian compliance. Now, the Russians have made the case that they would like a reevaluation of the issue of condensates. They basically say that if you excluded condensates, their compliance would be better. So that is an essential part of the negotiations right now, is trying to find a formula to bring Russia on board.
And I guess the problem is there's no real enforcement mechanism within OPEC to get those laggard members to lift their game.
I mean, I think that is interesting, is like, can you use the potential trade deals? Like, one of the things that we were told in September was that the Saudis actually called the Iraqi prime minister and essentially said that we are putting a lot of money potentially into your country in terms of foreign investment, tying OPEC compliance to investment deals. I think that is part of the leverage that a country like Saudi Arabia brings to bear on the rest of OPEC.
Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now, to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.